I used to only have horrible habits. The habits that I would do were only playing video games, watching YouTube, eating bullshit food that weren't healthy for me, having horrible sleep. I didn't realize at the time that the habits I had in my daily life, the habits I kept pursuing every day, would shape my life, would determine, would be the determining factor between me having a good life and me having a bad life. Because habits do shape your life. Your life is shaped by the daily actions you take every single day. So in this video, I want to share with you 5 life-changing habits I think everyone should consistently do that would definitely change your life if you do it, and you can start doing them today. So the first one is mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness meditation is the habit of focusing, it's a meditation style of focusing on something that's happening in the present moment. So very often people focus on their breath, how they inhale and exhale, how it feels through their nose, or how their stomach bulges while they're doing that. Or they focus on the feel of their clothes on their bodies, or the feel of their butt pressing down on the seat. So you just have to focus on something that's happening in the present moment. You can even focus on sounds. Some people focus on something they see. But what truly helps with mental meditation, what truly helps you grow, is not the fact that you're being focused on something in the present moment, but it's the fact that at some point, very often through the meditation, like maybe sometimes over 100 times, sometimes depending on how long you're meditating, you're gonna get a random thoughts that gonna take you away from the present moment. And what will help you grow? What's like a bicep curl is you realizing, oh yeah, I'm not mindful anymore. I'm not focusing on the present moment anymore. And bringing back your attention to the present moment. And that's what will help you grow. You're not growing in meditation or presence really, but while focusing on the present moment. It's every time you bring back your attention to the present moment. That's those are like bicep curls for your brain, and those are truly what will help you grow. And it's when I changed my mindset like that. Because in the past I used to think, oh yeah, how can I focus for as long as possible and get as less thoughts as possible? But when I changed my mindset like that, that's when I realized, okay, how can I get as much of this cycle of, oh yeah, I've realized, oh yeah, I've not been focused on the present moment anymore, and bringing back my attention to the present moment. And you should try to have those moments as often as possible. So in the beginning, you just start with like literally 1 minute of meditation, because in the beginning it's very it's kind of uncomfortable, especially when you bring back your attention to the present moment. It's like difficult. It's kind of like draining mentally. So in the beginning, start with 1 minute and start doing a little bit more as it gets more comfortable and normal for you. The second habit is breath work, and breath work is kind of similar to meditation, but it's not about focusing on something. You do kind of focus on something, but breathwork is basically like the name says, the act of working on your breathing. Because nowadays we don't realize it, but we're not breathing correctly. A lot of those like small things in life we're doing wrong. We've been doing wrong for most of our lives. Walking, we've been doing wrong. Breathing, we've been doing wrong. Sleeping, we've been doing wrong. Eating, we've been doing wrong. So a lot of the very simple things we've been doing wrong. With breath work, you can at least improve the way you breathe. Almost everyone on this earth is breathing incorrectly, except a few people, and the people that have actually been working on the way they breathe. You kind of try to notice how you're breathing right now. Is your stomach like bulging with every breath? Are you really taking every single one of your inhales pretty slow and relaxed and long, and your exhales too? Are you taking some pauses between breaths? Or is it like very slow to the point where you can't even really feel how you're breathing? I'm gonna be totally honest. I don't necessarily. I'm breathing shallowly right now. My stomach is not bulging that much. I'm not breathing that slowly. I'm breathing pretty fast, and I'm still working on it. I've made some progress, and I'm still working on it. And it's thanks to breathwork that I've improved the way I breathe, and I will keep improving it even more in the future. But when you're inhaling and exhaling and too fast without taking any breaks, and you're not really filling up your stomach with air, you will be a lot more anxious. You will be a lot more alert. You will be a lot more, how is it called? I think it was called reactive. Reactive to small things. And it may sound good, but no, in most of the time, you want to be relaxed. You want to be very less reactive, very relaxed, very comfortable. Especially when you're with other people. You don't want to be super anxious, super reactive to every single thing. And when you're breathing shallowly, when you're breathing fast, when you have taken some shallow, fast breath, you're not truly living up to your potential. You're not truly being relaxed. So there's a method that will help you improve the way you breathe. And it's called the box breathing. And you probably heard it often, but people very often don't tell you exactly how to do it. So box breathing is basically you breathe in for a certain amount of time. You hold for the same amount of time. You breathe out for the same amount of time, and you hold for the same amount of time, and then repeat that process. So you can do it with 5 seconds, 5 seconds breathing in, 5 seconds holding, 5 seconds breathing out, 5 seconds hold, 5 seconds breathing in, like that. Or you can do it with 8 seconds, you can do it with 10 seconds. But to find out how much time you should do, you should do that process. You have to do a certain test. And it's a test that I've learned from Andrew Huberman. So this information I've learned from Andrew Huberman. You basically breathe in all the air you can. So first, take a timer, find a timer, maybe use your phone or your computer, or you have maybe a stopwatch. Find a stopwatch that you can use right now, and have it ready. Then breathe in. Do it right now as a natural step. Breathe in all the air you can, and then when I would say start, breathe out all that air, but as slow and controlled as possible. And you turn the timer on, and you kind of try to analyze how long it takes for you to breathe out all the air, and make sure you're not just holding like you're just like holding your breath with your lungs empty. It doesn't bring you anything. When you finish breathing out, just stop the watch. Try to really breathe out as slow and controlled as possible. And when you're finished, if it took you around like 20 seconds or less to breathe all the air out, then remember the number 3. You can even write down somewhere. If it took you more than 25 seconds to 30 to 40 seconds, then write down the number 5 to 6. If it took you 45, 50, 1 minute, or even more to breathe out all the air, then write down the number 8 to 10. Those numbers are basically how long you will do the box breathing for. So if it took you 20 seconds or less to exhale all the air, you will basically you will breathe in for 3 seconds, breathe out, like hold for 3 seconds, breathe out for 3 seconds, hold for 3 seconds again. If it took you 25 seconds or a little bit more, you can do 5 or 6 seconds. That's the level I'm currently at. I started at 3 seconds, but now I'm at 5, and I'm slowly building up to 6, and I'm working on to a level where I can get to 8, 10 seconds. But right now, I'm just at 5 seconds. I just do the box breathing for 5 seconds. So you can literally this method will literally improve how deeply you're breathing and how slowly you're breathing in your day-to-day life, even when you're not really thinking about it. It will help with something like called I forgot the name, but control over your diaphragm, something like that, which will help you to start breathing that in that way, just in your day-to-day life. But it will take some time, and it will also improve how good you are at exhaling, at controlling. I forgot all those terms. That's some scientific terms. You can go watch Andrew Huberman's podcast on breathing, where he talks about this in details, and he tells you all the scientific things. I'm not a scientist. I've just learned from it and I've implemented it, and it helped me. That's why I'm sharing it with you. So I would recommend you go watch Andrew Huberman's podcast about it. And the reason you need those numbers is because if right now it took you like 20 seconds or even like 20 seconds to exhale all your air, even when you were trying to exhale it as slowly as possible, you won't be able to comfort, like it would be close to impossible for you to like do the box breathing with 10 seconds. Like 10 seconds inhale, 10 seconds hold, 10 seconds exhale, 10 seconds hold. At least I wouldn't be able to, even though I can actually do it with 5 seconds pretty comfortably. So we have to slowly build up to that level, and it will take some time. I've been doing this practice for a few weeks now, and I've just got to a level where I can do 5 seconds, and now I'm building up to a level where I can do 6, but I'm not on that level yet. So it takes some time, but it really just have to do it for like 2 to 5 minutes every day. We all have 2 to 5 minutes every day where we can do it. So you need to do that test of Excel test to see what time is pretty comfortable for you, because it should be pretty easy and comfortable to do the box breathing. It shouldn't be like straining where you're like feeling super tense and uncomfortable. No, it should be like a little bit harder than when you breathe on your day-to-day life, but it should be pretty comfortable. That's why we do that Excel test. So yeah, just sorry that I would recommend you watch Andrew Huberman's podcast on this. Third habit is exercise, and I'm sure you knew this would come up in this video. Exercise is so important to not only become stronger physically, but also mentally. To grow here, to grow your discipline, to grow your resilience, to grow your courage. Exercise is just so powerful for all those things. And you just have to choose which one you want to do. It's recommended to be really healthy, to combine some type of strength training that will help you grow your muscles and make them stronger, with some type of cardio. It's recommended if you truly want to improve your health and longevity. To do some type of zone 2 cardio. Zone 2 cardio is basically, it's pretty like comfortable cardio. Like at a rate, imagine you're running at a pretty slow rate that feels very comfortable, and you kind of feel like you could run forever at this pace. You kind of feel like, yeah, I could run literally for 2 hours or even 5 hours at this pace. I would just keeping up this pace. It's a pretty comfortable pace. And then you should also do from time to time some VO2 max cardio. VO2 max is like the opposite. VO2 max is basically a pace or maybe like a tempo of a certain exercise that you can only hold for like a max of 5 minutes. You couldn't hold it for more than 5 minutes because it's very fast and uncomfortable. That's basically VO2 max. And to really optimize your longevity, you should combine all of those. So for strength training, you can basically just go to the gym or do calisthenics or even CrossFit. Those are all things that will help grow your muscles and make them stronger, and also grow like your bone density. So yeah, it's recommended to combine all of those. Right now, I run every single day. Every single day before my workout, I just go for a quick 1 kilometer run. I train martial arts every single day, and I do strength training also every single day. That's basically it. And I also do stretching. So all those things have great benefits for my physique and my longevity and how much I build muscle. I would like to start Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or MMA in the future. I find, or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or MMA, or maybe I'll combine Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and boxing. Right now I'm doing mostly boxing, like shadow boxing at home, for like 30 to 60 minutes of shadow boxing every day. And I find it very, very fun. It's very, very enjoyable. So in the beginning, exercise and training will be hard, like very hard mentally. It will be hard to be consistent with like all the other habits. But over time, you'll start to really love it. Or you still not feel like it on some days because it's still hard. but you'll start to like it. On some days, you'll just be hyped to do it. So, yeah. The fourth habit is gratitude journaling. Nowadays, we're like you. It's rare to see something that's true, someone that's truly grateful for others or just things in his life. We often just look at the things that we don't have instead of looking at the things that we already have. When we get something new, we're hyped about it for 1 week and then we look for the next thing. Sometimes, not even sometimes, it's always so important to actually look at the present moment and be grateful for what you already have. If you're a kid, when's the last time you've said thank you to your mom? When's the last time you said thank you to your mom after she cooked a meal for you? When's the last time you said thank you to your mom for literally just paying the bills at home? Or your parents for literally just doing that? Because most people take those little actions for granted. Their parents have been doing that for years. They say, oh yeah, I don't need to say thank you anymore. But no, it's so important to stay grateful and to level up the skill of gratitude. Gratitude journaling is one of the best ways to do that. So gratitude journaling is basically take a piece of paper and a pen. Don't do it on a computer. It doesn't have the same impact. Don't do it on your phone. Just take a fucking like a piece of paper and a pen and just write down a few things you're grateful for. And just don't just write down I'm grateful for my mom. No, go into details. Go like I'm grateful for my mom for the meal she cooked yesterday. It was very tasty and it really helped fuel me. It took her a lot of time and effort, but she did it anyways because she wanted to fuel. She wanted to make sure I and my siblings and don't go to bed with an empty stomach. Go into that much details. Don't just quickly write down, oh yeah, I'm grateful for Alex. Go like I'm grateful for Alex for and he did this and that like this and like that and I'm really grateful for it. Like really go into details. The fifth habit, cold showers. Cold showers this is definitely the one I hate the most. So I wake up every morning at 4 a.m. and the first thing I do, I leave my bed, I go to the bathroom. I maybe I take my clothes off, get into the shower, and I turn it all the way cold, all the way down, as cold as possible. I turn it on, and then I look at the stream, like at the stream of water going down, and I kind of look at it for 5 seconds, 10 seconds, prepare myself mentally for the physical torture I'm about to experience, and I slowly walk towards it, and then I get into the cold water, and I start breathing like crazy, but then I remember Andrew Huberman's advice and I start slowing it down slowly, slowly, and slowly. Start breathing slower and slower and slower. Cold showers are very uncomfortable and I hate them. I do them every single morning, especially because I hate them. So it starts my day with this disciplined mindset and I really like it. But it's not, I don't just do them because of the mental benefit, because they greatly help mentally. Because I think every single person in this world, if you make it cold enough, they will hate it. So just find out how cold it should be. If cold showers are not cold enough for you, take ice bath. Like it's as simple as that. If you make it cold enough, I'm sure you can make anyone hate the cold water if you just make it cold enough. Because there are some people that really like quite like cold showers. Then start taking ice baths. Like as simple as that. Every single morning. I really like starting my day with this. I would recommend you do it. Start your day with just a cold shower. Because taking a cold shower, like after your workouts, after a strength training workout, is not recommended because it's been scientifically proven that taking a cold shower after a hypertrophy or strength workout will reduce the hypertrophy effect or the muscle growth or strength growth effect that you can have. So it will reduce your gains. I don't know to what level, but I just learned that it will reduce your gains if you take cold showers after your workout. So that's why I like to take them directly after I wake up, because I do my workout directly after I work. I work until from 4 to 6 a.m. and after I work, I directly go into my workout. So that's why that's one of the reasons why I like to take cold shower. But cold showers have just so many benefits. It increases your dopamine by 400%. So it's 4 times your dopamine for the next few hours. And when you have high dopamine, you're just more chill, more relaxed, a little bit happier. And just really builds up your resilience. Showing up every day and going into the cold water builds up your resilience. Especially if you hate it. You should take cold showers, especially if you hate it. You don't have to stay in there for 10 minutes, even just 1 minute of it. I used to stay for like literally 45 seconds in the cold water. I'm slowly increasing how long I stay. But right now, just stay for 45 seconds. Don't start with the warm water and then switch to the cold. I know you could do that if you just care about the health benefits. But what makes it so good mentally, it's when just that shock of, just that shock of being cold and wet instantly. That shock of going from a pretty warm, cozy environment to just cold. That's what makes the cold shower so powerful for me. They also do them for the health benefits. They have so many health benefits, like improving your immune system, increasing the amount of brown fat in your body. Brown fat is actually the good fat that you actually want a lot of. Brown fat is the fat that combats a lot of things like cold and just things in general. So brown fat is mostly like on the top of your neck and around your collarbone, and also some other parts of your body. But I just know that it's around the traps and the collarbone very often. And you want them to be as much as possible in your body because they have so many immune function in your body. They protect you from so many little things, especially cold. So taking cold shower will help you handle cold better in the long run. So yeah, that's really but the reason why I really like to do them is really because of how uncomfortable it is, how hard it is. Because I never look forward to a cold shower. I always hate it every single morning. But it puts me in that mindset of just doing the hard work, especially when I don't feel like it. So yeah, I hope you got value from this video. If you're interested in my discipline program, click the first thing in the description so you can see if you're good for it. Don't run from discomfort. Chase it.